sport this morning. Yes, it still has to do with sport. But as I said, you guys don't go anywhere. Probably I will encourage you to send me a message, either on WhatsApp and also on SMS WhatsApp. I wouldn't want to take any calls because of time. So when you send it short, straight to the point, and then we'll just go straight into that particular one while I have my guest with me. A lady on the show. Yes, let me just use that soft term, a lady on the show, because I've never had a lady on the show. I'll have them on the other side of the show. So let me just officially ring the bell. Yes, because I'm a lady on my show.
Oh my God!
In the last 4 years. So let me start it. It's good to have you on the show this morning.
Thank you so much. You're so lively and you're so fun. I'm excited already.
You know when I'm behind this mic, I see one kind of spirit enter my body. So let's just leave it that way.
That spirit has transferred to me right now.
No, this is something I love doing. Once I'm here, it's a different vibe entirely.
I can tell.
It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you so
now,
much.
When I was told that you were coming, I wish we have enough time.
Yes.
When I was told that you were coming, I was just thinking, I was like, okay, swimming. Are we now looking at Michael Phelps? Because he's the guy that has won the whole medal. So when it comes to swimming in the Olympics, we look at Michael Phelps.
Yes.
The US team.
Yes.
And others will be coming from behind, like Australia and others like that. But let's get to know you first, because I know everyone out there who want to listen to you this morning.
Okay. So, my name is Roselyn Ogbechi. I am the MD and owner of Albyn Swim Academy in Abuja, which is Nigeria's first indoor heated swim academy.
That not intimidation, no. Seriously. The first.
The first and the only.
And the only.
Yes.
Okay. Now, so when I was going through the document that was sent to me this
Yes.
morning, I was like looking, and there's something about your outfit, your company, your organization,
Yes.
and it's unique.
Yes.
And I kept thinking outside the box.
Yes.
Seriously, kept thinking outside the box. But Albyn,
Why swimming?
why swimming, and
Okay.
why that name?
Okay, so my husband and I, we were privileged to study outside the country, and we always say that we'll come back to Nigeria and do something. We'll put something back in our country. Right from when we left, we always say we'll come back and put something back in our country. And it was a question of what should we do? How do we make an impact, a positive impact in our country, having all the experience and what we've done outside the country. And we started saying maybe the best way to look at it is how do we prevent what are the causes of death? What are the top causes of death? And let's see where we can fit in. So going through, we found out that the first two causes of death in Nigeria are bad roads, accidents, and diseases, illnesses, sicknesses. Now, I come from a family of doctors, but I'm not one. So the third, now, according to World Health Organization, the third cause of unintentional injury death worldwide is drowning. It accounts for over 360,000 deaths annually. And it has even been described as a leading killer. So we started thinking drowning. My kids swim, they were privileged to go to learn to swim in a controlled environment. And we started thinking of what do we do and how do we do that? And that's when we came up with the idea, let's emulate what they do outside the countries. And we found out there's nothing like that. It's indoors, it's private, we teach all year round, it's a warm pool, and we start teaching from 6 months old to adults of all ages.
6 months?
6 months old babies to adults of all ages. So we went in and discussed and talked to the agents, the other bodies, the official Olympics training body. You mentioned Michael Phelps, and we researched it and found out that there's nothing like that in Nigeria, but we can implement something that can make people comfortable and conducive to learn to swim and prevent the incidence of drowning all across the country. So water safety and survival skill is the core of what we do.
When I was looking at swimming, and anytime on my show I look at how vast Nigeria is, I've said, okay, those in the Niger deltas will be swimmers if they want to go to the Olympics. Those in the north will go for long distance race, and it's just cut across.
Yes.
But when I was looking at your document and looking at in Abuja,
Yes.
now you talked about the cause of drowning.
Yes.
And which to me, my own opinion, I'll say it is rare.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really rare. But when I look at, you said from the UN, even in Nigeria,
Yes.
the third.
Yes.
And you now decide to come up with these.
Yes.
Now the academy. Why the academy?
So the reason for the academy is we want to we concentrate on water safety and survival skills. We need a controlled environment, a conducive environment with skilled instructors. We partner with the official Olympics training body to bring the best. And also, because swimming is a life skill. Why the academy? Because swimming is a life skill. It is something that should be encouraged. It should be something that should be embedded in our educational system. It's something that companies and organizations should include in their health benefits for all their staff to take on. It's a life skill. Now, why the academy? Because Nigeria is, you mentioned Niger Delta, we are around water, we're susceptible to a lot of water. There's still a lot of water transport that people go on. I'm sure you heard about the deaths last year of some celebrities that were using water transport.
Sure, yes.
People have a lot of pools. You'll be surprised to know how many Nigerians have pools in their homes and how many children and babies have fallen into those pools and died. Do you know that a child can die in a bucket of water? So there are a lot of things where we are surrounded by water that impact us. A lot of people are traveling outside, taking their children, and there are incidents that are happening. We build the academy so we can save lives, so we can prevent the incidents of drugs, so we can teach you from as young as 6 months old. If you fall into a pool, if you find yourself in an expanse of water, no matter the age you are, how can you survive long enough to be found? How we give you that fighting chance, how to roll over, how to float, how to crawl, how to doggy paddle, how to keep your head above water. Water safety and survival skills. How can you save yourself before you are found?
If you put me inside water, I will sink.
Yeah.
If you put me inside water, I will
You'll
sink.
be surprised that you will float. It's not that hard.
Please, you can send me questions to 09097054450. She has said a lot within the space of a few minutes, and I know definitely you will be wondering, because the whole thing surrounding this our discussion this morning in the last 5 minutes has to do with safety,
yes.
And which I feel that you just pointed out. Now, what's you take swimming being referred to as a leisure sport?
You know, it infuriates me when you refer to swimming as a leisure sport. It kind of like, it annoys me, because not that it's not true, it is a leisure sport, but first and foremost, it is a life-saving. It's a skill. It's a life-saving skill. It's something that childhood to adulthood should take on as a life skill. And we have adults as old as 87 years old learning to swim.
80?
Yes, we have a couple, 87 and 85, husband and wife, learning to swim. So much more in between. It is a life skill. Everybody must learn to swim. It's very key. So it's not just a leisure sport. And that's the problem. People think it's just leisure, it's just for fun. Yes, we have those elements. But first and foremost, it's a life skill that will save your life and will save the lives of your loved ones, because we also teach you how to save somebody. Once you learn that water safety and survival skills, then we begin to teach you the strokes. Then we begin to teach you the four types of strokes, you know, freestyle and backstroke and breaststroke and butterfly. Then you begin to enjoy the fun of swimming that is a sport. And then you get onto it as leisure. Because
truly speaking, I look at it as sport.
I know.
I know that then the fun part of it, which is the leisure.
Exactly.
Now, how do you intend to create this awareness?
Yes.
How do you intend to create this awareness? Because if I go by the side of sport, football has dominated. Even when I try to talk about other sports, somebody will tell me on the show here that if I talk about other sports, they will tune off. Yes, I've been threatened here on the show. But
oh my God.
How do you tend to create this awareness?
You know what? You've hit the nail on the head. Because swimming is something that is so important. And in a lot of cases, we found out that sports like football and basketball have dominated the sport industry. Now, what we are suggesting, and the campaign that Albyn Swim Academy is trying to do, is to get the system, so that if it's embedded in the education system, not as an interest, not as an extracurricular activity, not just as something as a club, but as part of the learning system, then we find out that people start to learn to swim from a young age, and they are so comfortable. And once you learn to swim, you never forget it. We want organizations to also implement it, like I mentioned before, in their organizations, getting their staff to take it on as a health benefit, you know, giving them the opportunity to come. So we do have organizations that bring their staff over and we train them for a period of time. So we have to continue that campaign. Some of the things that we do also, we do outreaches. So we do some community work, orphanages, children from welfare homes. We teach them to swim for free.
Okay, hold it there, man. Now you need to call your number to us. Everyone will definitely be listening. So let you call your number while I'll still reiterate that. While we expect the messages to be pouring in, you can just highlight the numbers.
So our phone numbers are 0913 232 5923. Again, 0913 232 5923. Our second number, 0814 157 3327. 0814 157 3327. We're in Wuse Zone 5, Accra Street Park 1. Wuse Zone 5, Accra Street Park 1. And we're on Instagram at Albyn Swim Academy NG.
Okay, that's just to give us our contact details. Definitely, I'll still rule that out again before we leave the studio. Now, how long have you guys been?
October 2022. We started with 24 clients. We didn't have any babies. We had a few children. We had some adults and females. You know, females, we're always into everything.
Everything.
You know, we're multi-talented, you know. So that was October 2022. We're about 2.5 years now. We have almost 1,000 clients. We have over 50 babies, 6 months old, learning to swim. We have a massive amount of children. We have adults. We have teenagers. In fact, I think before the end of February, we're going to clock our 1,000 clients.
1,000?
Yes. People are beginning to understand the importance. People are beginning to sign up. People are beginning to bring their children, their babies. We have people that enroll their babies from 4 months and said, I want to pay now so that when my baby turns 6 months, we are ready to go.
Wow, that's really interesting. And let's see if I can rule out that number myself. I think I have one of that number. Let's see if I can rule out that number myself. 091 3232 5923. I take that again. 091 3232 5923. These are the numbers to get across to her this morning. If you truly want to be a part of the sweep, so that's the one for babies, is the one that really rocked my head, because I tend to look at movies, I see how, or probably watch videos, I see how children, babies, learn how to just throw them into the water, and they'll be, I see they're trying to gasp for breath and so on. Now, the last time you were in the studio, what has changed?
Last year we were going around stations and studios and talking to and trying to spread awareness just alongside our campaign. So a year on now, we have, like I said, we have been able to teach children from orphanages and welfare homes. We have our clients that have come in. You know, they started by learning 1 stroke and they could do 1 lap, and now we have our children doing 4 laps, doing all the strokes. We are having our 3rd annual in-house swim competition where we bring the students in to showcase what they've done, and we have them. People last year it was 1 stroke, one lap, 2 laps. Now they are doing 4 laps. We have children of 6 years old that are doing 4 laps. We even have our babies that are going to showcase what they've learned.
Babies?
And how they've learned to swim so far. So we do that annually. We also have adult amateur competitions where we teach them. We let the adults compete, and the loser wins, because if you lose, we give you free swimming lessons. So we do it the other way around. So we've done a lot. Now we're looking to expand. We're looking to do much more. We're looking to put more centers. So we've really come a long way. Like I said, we started with 24 clients, and now we are almost 1,000.
Okay, definitely the clients will begin to increase as from now, whether I like it or not. Now, their office is actually at Wuse Zone 5. Yes, Wuse Zone 5, Accra Street, Park 1, Abuja. And the number once again is 091 3232 5923. I take that again, 091 3232 5923. And the other number is 081 4157 332. 081 4157 3227. If you want your baby to be swimming, please, Biko, call this number so that your baby will start swimming. Now, this is not only for sports alone, but leisure. That's your only thing. Because every time you see children celebrating, but they take them to a different park to go and swimming truck. And in short, me, I think I'm going to sink. I have to see how I can go there. Now you can go to Wuse Zone 5, Accra Street, Park 1, Abuja, and definitely you get more information. Truly appreciate you for coming. Like, I have to ring this bell. The first female in the studio sport in the last 5 years. Hopefully she'll make a return back to the studio.
I definitely
when I'm trying to get across Michael Phelps.
That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to put Nigeria on the map for Olympic medals. So that's why we have the sporting element as well, where we can also take people to win gold medals.
I would have loved to really stretch you, because I remember the canoeing team that went to the Olympics. They are not in Nigeria here, but they eventually represented Nigeria from outside, and the canoeing, and they did well.
That's right. So how much more from us here?
Well, we can get people that can swim like exactly. I was going through the document and I remember Aquaman, that movie Aquaman. I was like, this I don't know. Well, it's good to have you in the studio.
Thank you very
hopefully
much.
we'll talk behind the mic after all this. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Truly
Very
appreciate
nice to
you.
meet you. Thank
Same
you very
here,
much.
Same here. Thank you very much. Okay, on the flip side is UD. We'll take you through from 9 to 10 a.m. and to the hour of noon, looking at Sport Minister on Radio, Vicky Vic. Let's do this again, same time, 8 a.m. tomorrow, the Friday edition of Sport on